talking with John Bertram today, and we're talking about breed plan. Now, what was the main message you were trying to get across in your second talk today, John?
Today it was about the various tools that are available to us to increase the profitability of the herd, and we talked about the currently available tools, the traits that are currently available, and we talked about where to from here. The ones that are currently available, we talked about breed plan as a genetic difference tool in terms of measured as estimated breeding values to identify those animals that for a suite of traits, for a range of traits, and we talked about growth traits, fertility traits, carcass traits, etc., and some of the newer ones, tenderness, docility, etc. They're traits that we have for estimated breeding values currently. Where are we going to from here? Many producers talk about this new genomic information, the DNA technology and SNPs. Currently we have one of the companies, Pfizer, that produce a molecular value prediction, and people often think that if we just do that or just use that, that's all we need. What we do know is that information, that genetic information, is being incorporated into the estimated breeding values to provide additional and much more robust information. We get better information at a younger age, but then we still need the measured, or phenotype as we might call it, the measured information available in estimated breeding values to increase the accuracy. And so as we can measure in animals through life, it improves. The other things we talked about in that area was the ability now with the DNA technology to identify where an animal will sit by breed, as a descriptor by breed. We talked about tools like Mate Select and TGRM. We talked about a tool like Take Stock to be able to identify the opportunities in genetic progress using the dollar indexes for a suite of market targets, and we finished the discussion then about where these new technologies are taking us beyond the parentage identification to new traits that we are interested in, and for example some of the breeds are looking at myostatin and some breeds are looking at some genetic defects.
Are you finding that many producers are taking up these tools?
Yes, there are a number. Like we have had a good adoption of breed plan information, but there is opportunity for better adoption. So that's one piece, one aspect. The second is a number of breeders would like to think that the new DNA genomic technologies are a solution in themselves. They're the end point, they're the silver bullet. Well, the reality is we know that they're not. They provide us with some information, but that genomic information is very dependent upon the breeding values and the range in data for the various traits, the range being the variable for growth rate, for example. Those genomic pieces of information need that phenotypic varied information to give them an outcome in terms of the range for those suite of traits that they're measuring.
So the take-home message today?
Use breed plan values for the various traits. Use the dollar indexes that we have available, which are targeted to particular markets, and as the genetic information becomes available for things like polled and horned and the various tools, we can use that and it will be incorporated into the estimated breeding values.
John Bertram, thanks for talking to us today.
Thank you for having me.